sometimes I think it's keyboard players become keyboard players because their mothers made them practice, you know, and stuff. I don't know. The guitar for me came out of rebellion more than anything else, I think, against, you know, the theory of piano and violin and all the rest of it and all that stuff.
About 18 years. Started when a friend of my father's used to come around a lot, talk about J.J. Cale and Eric Clapton and borrowed all his records.
Yeah.
I think I've still got a few. And then my dad got me a Fender for my birthday once. And I was supposed to learn how to play classical gas, but I never got around to that because I got sidetracked into playing blues. And I don't regret that though, but
you don't regret not learning fingerstyle guitar, just...
Well, I don't regret it, no, because it's got me to where I am now, but it's something that I'd like to get into a bit more.
Right. And if you're going to get into, as opposed to using a bit of, what we're talking about here is you use a bit of plastic to play with, don't you?
These horrible things, look like toenails.
Right. Do you like a thick pick?
Quite thick ones, yeah.
Yeah. Make a good racket, these. You know that the pick is actually the biggest amplifier that there is, which I've found out at my cost, you know, because I don't often use one. I use one when I want to play a rhythm part, but on a record or something, but I actually got into a bit of finger picking, and that's something. So Rick, if you were going to learn finger picking, you'd need to have a guitar teacher, probably, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd certainly need pointing in the right direction. Yes.
Yeah. Can you play us just a few bars of something that you've written? I mean, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, or something that you've written, just so people can get an idea of just something. Just give us a few bars of anything, so we can kind of find something to get going on.
This kind of thing.
It's really great that getting into that.
Bottom E down, marvellous, isn't it?
The lower D is a very important thing in guitar playing, yeah. But also you've got a lot of that drone thing going on, haven't you? Which is the basis of, well, pretty much it all, isn't it? And in a sense, what you're trying to do as well is accompany yourself, and you're getting a little bit of melody going.
Well, yeah.
That's one of the great.
I mean, that's the best I can do without knowing all the finger stuff, I suppose.
Well, the fingering stuff.
The bottom D gives you like a pad to play on the top of, then.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then if you're playing like within a chord, you get all these other notes in that
shapes and that's your melody coming in there. Yeah. Yeah. Can you just have a look at that vibrato there again?
Yeah,
yeah, no.
Shaking chords?
Yeah, I see you like to use the that whammy bar there.
I never used to, but since I got this one, I used to have another Fender, but I never used to bother with this. And then when I got this one, I got into like shaking chords a bit. But, I mean, there's no substitute really for shaking it with your left hand, you know, like making it ache, bending it up a bit. You know, you can't beat that for me.
Can't beat that for you?
Can't beat that for me,
yeah. I must have, you know, fallen asleep doing all that, you know, the art of falling asleep playing like that stuff, getting my bends and getting the vibrato at the end of the bend.
Yeah.
The only thing that you've got to watch for there is just that you're not going sharp, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you were going up to a G there, weren't you?
That was a G, right,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
And that's like
yeah.
bit of Roy Buchanan kind of thing, bit of Don Gibson, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah.
And just playing as little as possible and making them sing.
Absolutely, yeah. And the thing about that is you can get to the note going through. You're going through two. Or you can actually go up just from one, which is really nice. You know, to in that style, from one fret below. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Because you're going to go there anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or whatever you're doing. The only thing I would watch really is that never gets
Too sharp.
there, and then it just and that's a common thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that what a lot of players tend to do is they tend to get very excited. They play manic from the point one, you know. And it's
slowly.
a bit like when you hear a really great singer, you'll hear. You know, and I know when I was younger, I was just over trimming all the time, you know, and it's just a thing. It's just, you know.
Nerves goes a lot of it as well.
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just, I think it's really in sheer enjoyment of doing it. You know, the guitarist in a lot of the game.
I started playing at the age of 14 to 15, when I was in my later life at school. I sort of wasn't very academic at school, didn't sort of come through very well. But
Well, guitarists don't normally shine too well at school.
I know. But I picked up on music, and I sort of just loved the sound of the guitar. And when I was a young kid, I was sort of into bands such as Iron Maiden and Van Halen and all that, and having the screechy guitar tones. I just loved the sound of it. It was
like making a racket.
Yes, totally. Annoying the neighbours and stuff like that. That was me.
So how has that changed?
As I went to music college, it sort of I just developed into different styles, hearing different concepts in the way, and sort of fusing all the things together, really.
Give us
sort of
an idea of
put together of
a
a well-known tune. So
Yeah, that's beautiful. Except that, you know, you might just try taking some of the sharpness off. Back forward there. Yeah, in there. Now try it now a bit more quietly as well. You're just down a bit now. So play that little bit of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Another thing would be, Jimmy, would be that that's really, really lovely. But again, you know, if you got your tremolo just closer to where you'd need it, rather than it just sort of being there, you can actually get.
I just sort of naturally just try and reach.
Because when you actually grab for it, you know, you're losing time. Where you're actually involved in playing there, you're having to come away from the focus. You have to get that. So you're actually going down, you're grabbing, and you're coming to it. It'd be better if you had it.
Got it there constantly.
Well, yes, or you just had it. You had it tensioned so that it was in that position. You don't necessarily have to have. Actually, I wouldn't say necessarily rest your hand with it, because then you'll get into pitch problems.
Yeah, I just like it so it's there and then it's out of the way.
Could you have it? Could you not have it a little closer, so that
Maybe.
you didn't have to lose time?
Right.
Because it's a bit like, you know, when we were talking about driving, you know, when you're driving a racing car, which is one of my
try there.
hobbies.
Now it feels like it's in the way there. You see, for me now.
Yeah, that's
you know,
one of the things
it's
about
like that's in the way of my sort of playing now. I feel as it was if it's out the way for me, then I can feel free to do that.
All right. Well, then when you do go for it, when you do manage to get it, then don't give it quite as much You
Right.
know. Just be a little bit more gentle with it.
Okay.
But let's just to go for that same bend again, but don't give it quite as much. No. Come up to it and then reach down for it. Grab it.
Right. So then go for it.
Well, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
So go. You know, whatever it was. That's what you did. You did one there,
Right.
didn't you? Okay.
Right.
Fourth bar or something.
Something like that.
We'll try that again then.
So. And into there.
Yeah. Was that why you did it?
I'm unsure. I don't think about it. I just
Oh, I see.
do it.
Yeah.
Just sort of just trying to play it the way I feel for it, the way I hear it in my head.
Yeah, it's
and
piles of
like a free time.
I started when I was about 11, I think.
Right.
Just sort of strumming around on an acoustic guitar and sort of work my way through sort of rock and pop music and sort of got into jazz, as I say, when I got down to Leeds.
Yeah. What brought you into jazz?
I think it was mainly to do with just the really good atmosphere that there was when I got down there. There was a lot of young players there, a lot of people who were really into music. And I hadn't really seen a lot of that, a great deal, on such a great scale anyway.
What is it about the guitar that you like?
Well, this guitar.
No, just the guitar. What was it attracted you to it in the first place? And is it the same reason that keeps you at it now?
You know, when I started playing, I was, you know, as I say, like 11, and I was wanting to be a rock star and all that sort of thing. You know, just the reason why most people, I think, pick up the guitar. You know, sort of I was playing tennis rackets before this. You know.
Yeah,
so,
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then gradually, as I've sort of moved on and become better and all that sort of thing, I've started to get more into the musical side of things, obviously, and that sort of thing.
Just give us a few bars, example of what you're about at the moment. Just play it.
Okay,
play us a bit.
I'll give you a couple of things. That particular tune is, that's the chord progression behind a tune. And the tune is just basically 4 notes. And I try to use those different chords to sort of bring out the qualities of the really simple melodies.
So how's the melody?
The melody is just, it goes, it's a waltz in 3/4.
Yeah, right.
It's, so it's like.
Play something simple. I thought we'd have a go at the local hero thing, which I wrote about 20 odd years ago actually, and it's been one of the nice things about it is they played it at St James's Park every time the lads go on and off.
Tune army tune.
It was great actually because I was up with my boys and we beat Wimbledon 6-1 that day. It felt pretty good to hear it then. I've got Alan here from the band just to. Alan Clark is going to give us some accompaniment. The intro's pretty good fun because it's not too complicated and it's got enough so that you can actually improvise over it. And I think even when we were recording it, Alan, I think I was just doing some improvising over it. I think some of it and imitating horns, which we'll get into with a foot pedal. I use a foot pedal. Jimmy, I noticed you just slide. You do the slide with your little foot like that, yeah. And I use my foot. I just feel it. It gives me. It means that I don't. Again, it's the same thing. I'm not wasting any energy.
Now I sort of just grab the volume pot, pluck the string, and as I'm plucking the string, it rolls in one motion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We'll do the intro a bit and then until we get fed up, and then we can play the tune, okay? I play this just round this together and keeping it economical instead of going or any of that business. Again, you're not wasting energy, just keep it in one position. So I just keep it nice and simple. And I'm also accompanying myself. I'm doing little twiddles while I'm playing the melody as well. So it's just, and there's that G over the wood top, and now they're here. That would be, again, it's just through, sorry, I would just be through, again, just through the chord shape. And again, what we were talking about before, you're going to get the movement. Just trying to make the chord sing a little bit, you know, rather than flat, which would be, so it sounds different, you know what I mean?
Life, yeah.
So you try and make the thing sing a little bit. And then G over B again. And then let's have this G minus A. Shape. Yeah. So I can just go around that shape. Once more, Jim. And again. All right, Chris. if you have a phrase, then you get to an end it, Jim. You know, rather than just you've got a thing in you that wants to keep going.
Right.
You know, that's the only thing I'd say. You know. Yeah. Because then you can take an idea. Well, should we go to the tune, Alan? After this. But that was getting good because I think you did something that came in, and then you took it on nicely. But it's nice when you can pick up on something and then just create. We'll just play the tune now.